So hi guys, how are you? We're in chapter 9 now. So what is an inventory? Think about that. So inventory is products that you need for your personal use, right? So you guys have an inventory. What do you guys have on inventory? So in your house, a dorm, wherever you are, you have inventory of stuff that you need on a daily basis. You have food, you have things for hygiene, you have these materials that you need to have it and to use it on a daily basis, right? So you keep inventory of those. And one of the things that it's been commented a lot was how, our inventory of toilet paper just ran out, right? Grocery store don't have toilet paper anymore. Also, other kind of products that people are using or buying a lot. We need to have we don't have an inventory. If you go to a grocery store, there's a lack of eggs sometimes. There's a lack of uh, chicken sometimes, depending where you are, right? So what's happening is it's concepts related to inventory management. We're going to learn what's happening, learn how to cope with that, and why is that happening. Okay, so there's a few things that are key on inventory management, right? So we know that inventory is the physical items. Again, we have that in house. It's toilet paper, pasta, is ketchup, mayonnaise, bread, all this stuff is your inventory. And companies also have inventory, right? They have inventory of raw materials that they need. They have inventory of finished goods. They have inventory of thousands and thousands of different items, right? So imagine that, if you want to produce a car, you need 5,000 different materials and components on average. So you have to have inventory or at least 5,000 of different items. And then you have different models of cars. So you have, the variations in the car, and you have other hundreds of items based on those variations, right? And companies need to balance all that and find out how much they need and what items do they need, when do they need to order those items, and whenever they order, how much should they order. So there are three key things that we're going to talk on this chapter is how should I prioritize the items? What items are more important than the other ones? So what are the toilet papers of today that are very, very, very important? But if you go to a grocery store and want to buy a banana or vegetables, you're going to find it, right? Because people are not rushing in to buy those items. So what are the items that are very important? What are the items that are not that important? When should I order? Every time that I need the item, and how much should I order every time. Okay, so here's just an example of an inventory and why do we need inventory, right? So let's say that we have a rain that have a certain amount that it rains every month or year or week, and our demand that also occur in a daily basis, right? Every day that we need water. So think about how the supply happens, and why do we have inventory in our house, right? So we don't go to the grocery. Do you guys go to the grocery store every day? You don't, especially today, right? Nowadays we go to the grocery store once a week, once every 2 weeks. We're trying not to get out of the house. So why do we need inventory? Well, we need inventory because we need the items every day. So if you look at the demand is every day. You guys are eating every day, and probably most of the times are eating at home, right? But you're not buying things every day. You're buying once a week, once every 2 weeks, right? So in order to cope with that variation in demand, that's why I have inventory, and companies have inventory. Whenever the supply rate is different than the demand rate. So I'm eating things every day, but I don't want to go to the grocery store every day because that just doesn't make sense. In a normal situation, it doesn't make sense because you don't want to lose time going to the grocery store, waiting, and then and then coming back and putting things in a trunk and then coming back. But today is even you don't want it to be exposed to the risk, so you're going even less, right? So whenever there's this imbalance between supply and demand is when you need to have an inventory.